What is good, friends, and welcome back. So today I have some interesting game footage to share with you. This is the same battlefield as I shared before, where you saw Top defending against FWZN server 21, but in that case we are located on the west side of the city, where Avenger is defending or fighting against G28 and KCT. So in this video we will learn a few things here. We're gonna identify a few mistakes made by both parties, and we'll find a solution to those mistakes so you don't repeat them, or you improve your tactic in order to be more efficient. Alright? The idea of this video is not to make fun of anyone here. I respect both parties, and as you know, this channel is all about tactic and improving your gameplay, so this is what we're gonna do here. When you want to get rid of the opposition, there's two approaches. The first one being using brute force, which is not efficient. The second one is to adapt your tactic based on your enemy and the terrain, right? So the camera will pan down south where you see a base attempting to build, guard with a lot of artillery. That base may not be strong, but it's heavily guarded with a lot of howitzers. So if you want to use brute force, you want to make sure that you have more troops than the opposition, so you burn this base in only one go instead of repeating this action all over and over again. The first issue I have with this game footage is those two Avenger bases are a little bit too far away from their target. When your base is too far away from your target, your troops have to travel a long distance, so the risk of getting ambushed is quite high, and when you get ambushed, if you want to recall your troops, it may be too late. So try to position your base closer to your target to avoid traveling too much. Alright? In this specific case, it's a neutral village getting built. When a neutral village, you can base everywhere. It's not yet claimed, so you have the liberty to move your base, and you should always move your base when you can. Your base is your shield, it's your protection. In case the situation is out of control, you can always recall your troops back to safety. Now I want to draw your attention to that Avenger player up north, the one who deployed his army. So he's going to try to solo that group right there. Nothing wrong with that, but I don't think that he got the proper support for it. So look carefully at his artillery. I'm going to highlight this unit right there. Okay, so he lost one of this artillery, and look at this main battle tank now. The opposition have too many howitzers, so his attack got cancelled and he lost 4 troops out of 5. So not only he lost too many troops for nothing, he achieved nothing, but the other problem is now his base is exposed, and in this current situation the opposition is surrounding his base, almost surrounding his base. You only have 1 troop, maybe more than 1 troop, but his base is exposed, and he's very lucky that the enemy didn't seize the opportunity to burn his base. So luck played in favor of Avenger this time, as if this strong base would get burned, then the enemy would have the upper hand. As you can see, he barely have 1 full troop in his army. This base is exposed, and if this guy would burn, probably his friend on the right side would also get destroyed, and then the tide would turn into the favor of G28. I will speedrun this sequence as it's not relevant. So now the position is getting cleaned by Avenger, and they will be able to position their troops in order to burn that RSL base. So as they approach that enemy base, you don't want to separate too much your group. You want to keep your armor close to the artillery so it doesn't get hosed down by the enemy artillery, and therefore you lose your tanking unit. So now not only you lose your tanking unit, but now your artillery is getting exposed as there's no armor to protect it. So always keep a tight group. You will be saving a lot of reserves this way. Now that Avenger is in a good position, they will initiate the siege, and they should be able to get rid of that base in a timely fashion. Yeah, as we speak, it's burning down quite fast. Pretty clean operation right there. And now those artillery are getting exposed. If they had a bomber, that would be ideal, escorted by a few fighters. If they don't completely destroy those howitzers, they will just run away. G28 seems to be on the counter-offensive now as they bring artillery in that cluster of armor. They also have some helicopters in the mix. Alright, so they got rid of that group. Now would be the perfect timing for those bases, those Avenger bases, to move southbound, closer to the action. They have plenty of room, so there's no reason not to move your base southbound. Now I want to draw your attention on that specific artillery is not being careful, and that base is ready to strike back, so almost completely destroy that artillery right there. So the siege is not supposed to happen, but this player will still press forward with the siege. He will light up his base, and look how many howitzers guarding that base. This will not end well. Avenger do not have enough forces to burn down that base. He went too soon. He should have been a little bit more patient. And what's going to happen here is they will fail to burn that base, but not only that, this base is now active. So they're lucky it's not a really strong base, or else they would have lost a lot more troops. Okay, so be patient. Sometimes it's better to wait for more troops on the ground to be able to burn this base in one shot. Another issue is Avengers should position their base in that area so they control more the battlefield and they can surround the enemy. They can do it. Remember, this is a village being built, so they can place their base wherever they want. Alright, so now they will have another go at this base. It's almost gone, so it should be no problem. I see a bomber here and not much air force, but you won't have time to inflict significant damage. There you go, this base is now gone. Well done. I will speedrun this sequence as well. It's just Avenger cleaning up. Bing, bing, bing. This base will be destroyed quite fast. I think he's not active. When you build a village, maybe you should be active, but I mean, maybe you got something to do. So, and this one as well. So no problem here. They got good coordination, enough troops to destroy this base without anyone losing too much units. Yeah, they completely surround this, so that's fine. There you go. So 2 more bases to destroy. Alright. To completely cancel that build. So they will get rid of that base. Once again, nothing wrong, and more Avenger base filling the area. Yes, one more thing about why you should fill the area is you block potential G28 base from trying to resume the building. But now the problem is, now this group will separate in two smaller groups, the smallest being the one driving on the right side, and the other group, the main group, still burning on the left side. As this village is not yet cancelled, they have no business burning the west side when the east side is not completed. So we still have a G28 base sitting there, and that base is inactive. So that group that already separate will separate some more, as we have this player who will burn out this base solo, which is fine. I understand that some players, they are racing for fighting machine, so you want some points, but before thinking about your own objective, you should think about the team first. Delete that G28 base that is remaining, and by the way, I think that this base is inactive, and you can take care of the remaining base, which is live. That KCT guy, he is live, and he's gonna harass those players, those Avenger players. Look at this artillery, he's gonna finish the job there, only a partial tank. He will delete that tank with ease from a safe distance. That's well done, good for him. And they will keep bothering those players. You see that second tank of the same player is gonna get deleted. Those artillery will take some damage, but that's fine. You have enough power to completely destroy that base, okay? So this is a good base defense, even though it's a matter of time before this guy gets burned out. He is still in the fight, and he's still causing some trouble. Now we have this helicopter group that is getting harassed by some infantry. So this helicopter group said no thank you, they're gonna pull back. And we still have that group waiting for the main group to return. Oh, look at this light tank. Yep, it's out of frame, but this artillery is still harassing those players. So when you think the job is done, it's not yet completed. Just be careful that it's not because there's only one base remaining that you should lower your guard, okay? Always stay sharp, always keep the group together so you can delete the base in order. Follow a path and make sure that nobody remains. If G28 had more active player, they could simply recover this building, this build site. Avenger will still achieve the mission. They will still finish the job. I won't show it because it takes a bit too long of a time, but regardless, they will still complete the job. So all in all, a little bit of mistakes here and there, but overall they did a good job, and Avenger, they fought very hard. I mean, they are always fighting 2 or 3 alliances at once minimum, okay? And when they are taking over, when they are burning out G28, it doesn't take long until Server 21 and FWZ come in to help G28. I don't know at this point if G28 is calling for help or S21 and FWZ is taking the initiative. Regardless, at this point when you fight 3 alliances, it doesn't matter how many whales or how strong you are, it's getting tiring. So as you can see, they did a pretty good job. They are still cleaning up, only 1 base remaining, and it's like I said, it's a matter of time before that guy gets deleted and that village will be completely destroyed. Alright friends, so now that this sequence is almost over, I will share with you another sequence. It happened a moment later where Avenger, they finally got rid of all the G28 base. While they got rid of those bases, S21 is moving in, and now they send their most powerful player, I have no money, who based himself nearby, and you will see him sending his bombers against a group of artillery that is being sitting ducks, literally. So look how much damage when this happened, okay? Now you need to wake up and take charge of that group. Either, you have two choices here. Either you disband the group or you try to dodge those attacks. And you need to think fast, because if you lose all that group, thinking that you may have a chance to prepare a counter, you just have to manage it properly, make sure that it will dodge every bomber attack. And if you decide that, well, screw it, we don't have enough people online, we're just gonna disband the group, that is fine also. That would be my choice. I know at this time it's easy for me to say as I saw the game footage already, but if this happened and you realize that you don't have enough bodies, you don't have enough people online, better disband that group, wait till they start to burn the village, and when they have no more position and they lower their guard, organize a counter offense. If you try to stick around because you feel that you have enough base online, that's fine, but you need to take this decision fast and avoid getting hit by those bombers. Like you see, once again, you saw the opportunity, and that is a clean strike, inflicting a lot of damage. Now we will send this bomber again, sending a message to Avengers saying that, hey, your artillery is my snack. So now they're trying to dodge. At this point, those bombers are getting hit by fighters. They realize that they need fighter cover. Always put those artillery under fighter cover, as if you lose those units, at least you will destroy a few bombers. Once again, another strike, but this one was not as successful as the first one. As you can see, he lost a lot of bombers this time. So this is what I want to share with you, friends. Once again, we want to learn from our mistakes. We're not here to laugh at people or make fun of them. Hopefully that you learned something today. If so, give me a thumbs up and I'll catch you on the next video. See ya!